Recently, the head of HR at Mariposa Dairy walked out of my 4-hour AI workshop and said something that I hear a lot. She told me that she learned more through the workshop than someone she knows who paid a 20-hour course. And here's what that tells you about the difference between the theory and actually doing the work. Look, I didn't get into training because I wanted to stand in front of a room and read a slide deck. I got into it because I've lived it. I've led the teams, I've run the operations, I've been the one accountable for getting people trained, productive, and ready for what's next. And that's not just the theory talking, it's real, on the background of experience from the shop floor and from running actual business operations. That's the difference. When I teach, it comes from practical AI skills, not from a textbook. It's not coming from someone who read about it online. It's coming from having done the jobs myself. I've made the mistake. I've found what works. I've seen what sticks and what doesn't. And that experience changes everything about how you teach. My AI workshops are built on that foundation. They are hands-on, they're real world, and they cover AI applications across all facets of businesses, from operations to business processes. And they're taught by someone who's actually led the teams doing the work, not a generic consultant reading from slides, not someone who learned it from a course last month, someone who's been in the trenches, who understands the challenges that you face and knows exactly how to apply AI in ways that actually move the needle for your organization. Here's what I think matters the most. When your team learns from someone who's been in their shoes, they trust it, they use it, and they don't see it as some distant concept that doesn't apply to their reality. They see it as a practical, applicable, and immediately valuable. Now, I know what you're thinking. Training like this probably costs a lot, and traditionally it does. But here's where it gets interesting. I'm an approved provider under the Ontario Centre of Innovation's Future Ready program, which means eligible Ontario SMEs can actually offset the cost of this training up to $10,000 in a 50% match of funding. What that means in real terms is that investing in real, lived experience training for your team costs a fraction of what you'd normally expect to pay. It's a way to get world-class training without the world-class price tag. So if you're looking for training for your team that will actually trust and use, training led by someone who's been in their shoes, dealing with the same challenges, making the same decisions, and funded in a way that makes sense for your budget, let's talk about bringing this workshop to your organization. Because at the end of the day, the best training isn't the longest training, it's the training that sticks, that applies, and that actually changes how your team works. If that sounds like what you're looking for, reach out. Let's have a conversation about what's possible for your team. And while you're here, if you're finding this valuable, subscribe for more content just like this. I'm sharing insights on AI, operations, and practical business skills regularly, and I'd love to have you along for the journey. Thanks so much.